Ongeloof is eigenlijk het juiste woord wat Rijke hier hanteert. Dat was bij mij dus ook mijn eerste gewaarwording dat ik dacht, dat kan niet. Dat mag...
Beauty fades, dumb is forever. I want you to think about that. Think about it. Just think about what it means. It means you can make this as pretty as you like. It's up here that what's...
About the business of earning some income.
I am earning income. Thank you very much.
Well, why is she paying for you and your husband?
I made a deal to help her.
What did you do? See, she said you were...
You did not answer
Look, excuse me. You walk out of here, I may have you hit with a violation, and I'm going to tag...
I told you we could have went to maybe.
Oh, things to her.
Because I made a deal to help her.
All rise for Judge Joe Brown. Whoa! Experience, knowledge, and a passion for the truth.
I'm protecting womanhood and promoting manhood.
Bringing no-nonsense justice to Americans everywhere.
If you listen, you may learn something.
It's time for Judge Joe.
A friend in need upgrades her handout without asking or paying. Lifeguard Kara Johnson is suing her former friend for a cell phone bill. Defendant Jovan Hernandez says she tried to pay. Now, here's Judge Joe Brown.
You say that your former friend, the defendant, has refused to pay you back for cell phone charges.
Yes.
How do you come to know her?
I've known her since I was 14. We've been friends for a long time. And to get into the story of the cell phone bill, last December, she told me how she had a cell phone with her cousin, and her cousin wasn't paying her portion of the bill. So in December, I said, you know, she moved down to West Virginia, and she doesn't have family out there. So I got the cell phone account under my name, the family plan for her and her husband, because I felt she shouldn't be out there without any cell phones.
Something's wrong with this picture already.
And so when I got the cell phone bill account for them, the agreement was she was supposed to pay the bill every month on time. And after the first month, she was supposed to put it under her name, but she never did. And being that she was paying it every month, I just left it as was. And it came about, she ended up buying two $400 cell phones that obviously she couldn't afford.
So you got one for her and her husband?
Yes.
When did you discover, or you didn't get one for her and her husband? You got one for her?
Well, it was a family plan, so it was for both of them. But I made her authorized user on the account. Well, didn't you get the clue? You're not married, are you? No.
You have no children?
No.
So why is it you have the family plan and a woman who's supposed to be married with, let's see, 3 children at 23, the oldest of which is what, 6 years old?
Here, sir.
You're 23 and your oldest is what, 6, or is that 5-year-old, or 5 years old? Started early. You're the one with the family. Why didn't you get the family plan?
I didn't ask her to get the phone.
You didn't ask.
She got the phone for me. It was a conversation that we had.
A gift.
A gift that she brought down to my house 2 days before New Year's as a Christmas.
Well, let's suppose that she bought you a car for Christmas. Did she promise to put the gas in the tank for every time you filled up?
No, she did not, sir.
Well, she wants the service. And that first phone is not what we're here for.
It was not supposed to be a Christmas gift. I got it because...
Well, you aren't even suing her for the first phone.
No.
It's those other 2.
But the first phones came with the plan, so I didn't put any money out at all.
But she upgraded. That's what we're talking about.
Pretty much.
So what about, you've given me your bill. Pass, matter, I've got copies. Pass up your bill. Let me do that. You've made a basic case. Now, what do you have to say for yourself? Tell me about it.
Well, around December, I moved to West Virginia, and I did have a cell phone with another person, and...
Your cousin?
Yes, sir, and they did not pay the bills, so I actually had just let that disconnected. I never asked Kara to buy me a cell phone or get me a cell phone under her name. When they came down to visit to my house, her and my brother and nephew and my mother, she actually took me in the kitchen and she gave me a bag that had 2 cell phones inside of it. And she was like, never told me that I had to switch the bill over to my name until about February or March.
You couldn't, because you couldn't get one in your name. You are your husband. Are you two actually married?
Yes, actually we are.
Is he the father of all 3 of your children?
Yes, he is, thank you.
Good. Then you have a family. Why didn't your husband and you, wife, get a family plan?
We were going to get a cell phone.
You were. Why did you have to have your previous phone with your cousin and it got cut off because somebody wasn't paying the share of the...
Your Honor, that is not true. Before I went down there, we discussed this over the phone because she was on the phone with a T-Mobile person.
No. You're missing the point. Don't interrupt. I know what I'm doing. Now, we couldn't get a phone before, husband and wife, with 3 children. So we have to get phone, according to you, through cousin. But that got cut off through non-payment of funds. So we need cell phone for communication, so you ask friend. Husband can't do it. Wife can't do it to get a family plan. But the single woman with no children and no husband, she's got to take out a family plan for you and your man.
I did not ask her to do
that?
I did not ask her to do that.
Okay, now, tell me about the 2 phones that got acquired later, other than the basic phones.
After income tax had came around, I had deposited all the stuff that I was going to deposit in there, and I had opened and got 2 new phones for my husband.
Yeah, but you say you didn't pay for them, you charged them to the account. She got stuck with the bill. Oh, why did she get stuck with the bill? Because you and your husband were supposed to pay it. You didn't, so she got stuck with it.
I did. I called them and I gave them a check.
So what did you put some money in the account? What account? What are you talking about? You put money in an account
I paid with my checking account.
What?
I paid the phone with my checking account.
You paid the phone?
With my checking account.
You didn't pay for the 2 $400 each phones.
Yes, I did. I paid.
Oh, you bounced, Your Honor.
Several checks bounced. 3 of them for the bill. 3 checks bounced.
Because I did not know the situation what my husband was doing.
It's your husband's fault. I guess he's at fault that your cousin couldn't pay the phone bill, so it got cut off. You're a victim. I get it now.
We're watching court in session, and we want to find out what the people are thinking. So we asked the gallery to vote to tell us if they think the plaintiff is making her case. We'll be back with those results a little bit later.
That's bad of her. I see why she's not your friend anymore. Bad. Why did you do that? All those horrible things to her.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown. We're back with Judge Joe Brown. The plaintiff in this case says there's no way she gave her friend a cell phone as a Christmas gift. She does admit adding the defendant to her cell phone plan, but never expected her to charge 2 brand new high-tech phones to it. Earlier, we asked the gallery if they thought the plaintiff was making her case. 88% thought that she was, while 12% did not. Now, let's see what the judge thinks.
What is your problem, lady? You sat there and swore up and down you didn't know anything about the phones, so she went and got the account. You know what she had to do to verify this? And you know what's going on because you know she's going to bust you with it. She even went and got the tracking number since it's her account, and whoop, guess what it shows? UPS delivered the phones to you, where you and your hubby live. So she said, look, here's the bill, and here's the, well, I know about the tracking. Did you tell her about that?
Your Honor, I didn't say anything to her about it.
So she trapped you. So I didn't buy any phones. What are you talking about?
She admitted the T-Mobile wing that she bought for herself with the BlackBerry Curve for her husband. She lied to me about it.
Oh, I know she did. And she's trying to be. She gave them to me. She made me. And she's so awful. She cut them off without getting my permission to cut them off.
So she said she wasn't going to pay the termination fee because I cut it off.
So she's had to pay for the 2 phones at $400 plus, and the $200 per person termination fee, that's $400. So I guess that's $800. You made her get new phones because the plan came with inferior devices. Now what are you snorting up and crying up and tearing up about? Your girlfriend is stuck with a $1,800 bill. By the way, the interest on this thing you didn't even ask for is $21.36 plus some pennies. So why should she pay it? Why don't you shut your mouth and pay attention to getting yourself ahead, you and your husband, both of you. Stay off the damn phone and go about the business of earning some income.
I am earning income. Thank you very much.
Well, why is she paying for you and your husband?
I made a deal to help her.
What did you do? See, she said you were.
You did not answer
Look, excuse me. You walk out of here, I may have you hit with a violation, and I'm going to tag.
I told you we could have went to made payment.
Oh, that's $100 for each one. We do operate under California law for each remark. You said she was a pathological liar.
Pretty much.
Drama queen.
Pretty much. That's her. Because I got the phones to help her out and to be nice, and I got and I shouldn't have, because if someone doesn't care about their own credit, they're not going to care about somebody else's.
By the way, I said the account got up to $21.36, but considering her conduct, I think she deliberately defrauded you as part of the inducement to get you to go along with this. So what I'm going to do is, that's tortious. I'm going to add another $1,000 on there because that's punitive. So your total recovery is $3,136.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The courtroom is now in recess. Ms. Barton, you are here suing your brother-in-law, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And technically your sister.
Yes, Your Honor.
Never good. Tell me why.
Your Honor, I took my car to my brother-in-law's shop to have an oil change done, and I came to pick it up and find out that the whole side of the car was smashed in.
How did that happen?
There was an accident with the lift. One of the pistons went out.
So you had lifted it up to change the oil?
Yes, we had to lift the vehicle
So that, I don't know what it's called, that big thing that kind of lifts up the car? And,
yes.
And what happened?
The right piston went out.
Okay.
And the left one was still going down as we would bring it down after we were done with the oil
So the car
change.
went flop.
It turned right on its side.
So then it was ruined.
Yes, it was, Your
Okay.
Honor.
And did you call your sister-in-law?
At the time, I wasn't even at the business.
Okay.
I was at another business, another one that I
Okay.
owned.
And when you found out that this happened to Nancy's car, what did you do?
Well, I had my worker call Nancy. I didn't talk to her personally.
When you got the phone call, Nancy, what did they say to you?
Well, initially I had asked, what was taking so long with my car. They had brought me a loaner, and I went the following morning to get something out of my car, not really understanding why an oil change took all day.
So they just called you or you called during the day, somebody called you and said, hey,
They called
your car's
me,
not ready?
And, yeah, they told me my car wasn't ready. So I kept the loaner overnight, and the following morning I went to the shop.
Okay.
To find out, why for an oil change is it here all night.
Yeah.
And what I saw was a car that was mine, but I did not leave it there with no driver's side window, no rear driver's side window, and no side view mirror.
Wow.
It was all smashed in.
Okay, what did you do?
Well, I got mad. I asked, what's wrong with my car? What happened? How did my car fall off of a lift?
Mm-hmm.
And they just said they didn't know, they were sorry, and my brother-in-law would call me.
Okay, and what did you say to Nancy that you were going to do?
Well, I explained to her that it was an accident.
Of course.
Because she was hollering.
Wouldn't you?
Yes, I would be pretty upset too.
Right,
so I
okay,
understand.
so you said, calm down, Nancy, we're going to fix this. What options did you tell her that you were going to do?
The option I gave her was to fix the car at first. But my insurance company told me that it was not refixable, and they told me that basically it was a total vehicle.
Okay.
And basically that they would offer the full amount for what the car is worth.
So what was their price?
The insurance company told me that the car was only worth $1,100.
And what is the car actually worth?
In mid-condition, it's worth $2,500.
Nancy, what did he tell you?
He offered me the $1,100 that went through the insurance company, but for $1,100, there's nothing I can do with that.
Mm-hmm.
I need a car. I need to be able to get to work. I have things I have to do with the car.
Well, we gave Nancy a loaner.
Oh, he took the loaner back after 2 weeks.
So in 2 weeks, you guys didn't come to some kind of agreement of what you were going to do. All you did was offer the $1,100.
No, that's not what happened. She agreed to take the $1,100, but once
Okay.
she came down to the shop,
She wanted more.
yes, she got
She
greedy.
wanted more.
Ed coming.
Did you think it was fair to give her the low ball price for her car.
She's family. I'd rather give her the whole 25, but I can't.
No. Your Honor, this is my sister. She's the baby of the family. She's a complete brat. And this is my husband, and he's been helping her ever since we've been married. And he's fixed her car on so many occasions, free of no charge. So this is what we came up with. So I feel us being family, she should be able to be a family with us and take what we're offering.
That's why you never do business with family.
Exactly.
And that's why you should have charged her for everything like that.
Right.
Right? So, okay, so then what else happens?
I went online and I found a comparable car like mine valued at $3,300.
Uh-huh. And do you have something to show me? Go
Yes,
ahead,
Your Honor.
Bernard. Okay. So this is a $3,300 value.
Yes.
But was this the same exact condition as your car?
No.
Yes.
No, not at all.
Why was it?
Yes,
Why,
Jason,
Her car
come
was a
on.
lemon. I mean, seriously.
why was
Really have
this the
tires
same
on it.
exact condition as your car?
He's the one who's always taking care
Did
of
you
my
have
car.
AM, FM radio, CD
Yes.
player, air conditioning,
Yes.
no accidents? Had your car ever been in an accident?
No.
No, never.
No. No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so this is 30. And then how about the mileage? It was the same mileage?
Yes.
Over 200,000 miles?
It still ran fine until you guys dropped it.
No.
Yeah, it wobbled when you drove it.
But that's not my fault. If I brought it to you to
wobbles.
fix it,
It
but
wobbles.
you were the only mechanic who worked on my car. So if it wobbled, that means you didn't do something right.
You didn't ask me to fix the wobbling.
It was wobbling.
If
when
you're a
it came
mechanic
in.
and you see it wobbling, why wouldn't you fix it?
Come on, I only fix what you asked me to fix.
You're a mechanic. You're trying to get the money. So why would you fix anything that's
It's
wrong with the
free.
We're
car?
trying to get the money.
You're trying to get
How
the
many
money.
times have we helped you?
Judge Perez.
If you take possession of your client's property and something happens to that property, the car, you're responsible for that property. And what you're willing to do is give her just $1,000 basically for the car.
1,100, Your Honor.
Oh, $1,100 from your insurance car. And what we know is that the $1,100, her car is not valued at $3,300. That's for sure.
Not at all.
That's for sure. So you ain't getting $3,300. But the car was not valued at $1,100 either. The blue book for her exact car was $2,500. Admittedly, with a little better condition. Therefore, what is fair to me is $2,000. So therefore, you will pay her $2,000 for the car that you ruined. That is my verdict, and good luck.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff.
Ja, meneer, je had een opmerking.
Ik heb hetzelfde. Ik ben eigenlijk bij een vrij eenvoudige ingreep ook gekwetst geraakt aan de stemband. Maar
Ik vind dus dat dit niet kan over dat gebeuren.
ik vind het vrij ergerlijk, meneer, als ik het u vandaag half uur.
Dit kan voor